Thank you for joining us and welcome home to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest Tall. Today we're going to speak to everyone out there about the new moon in Pisces that's happening on February 28th, 2025. I can't believe it's 2000.
Giggles. 2025.
Wow. It kind of doesn't make any sense, but nothing does these days. How is everybody out there?
Are you foggy?
Are you confused? Are you feeling
Are you awash with the information, the mystery, the flood of information that's coming up? It seems like everything is being said all at once. And what is that about? Keep asking these questions. What is that about?
What is that about? There is a lot of information coming. Most of it is conflicting. So we'll get at this.
Feels like this.
Yeah, it feels like this.
Feels like this.
There's a mysterious cloud of fog with all these emotional offers that nobody knows what it's about.
What is the puzzle?
What?
Not to fret, though, because Mars has just stationed direct. So, for the past 2+ months,
Right.
So since December 7th, Mars has been retrograde in Cancer, right?
Correct. Mars does not like Cancer. Mars retrograde isn't happy. Mars Cancer retrograde is not happy. It's a lot of passive aggressive energy.
It's murky, muddy,
destructive.
It's like we're in that dream where we're running through Jello.
Yeah,
those dreams. And then sometimes, you don't know which is the dream and which is reality. Sometimes life seems easier when we're dreaming.
Right.
And when we're awake, it's heavy and confusing.
This Mars energy almost feels criminal in its nature. But it's okay because it's going direct right now, and we're all going to feel a lot better. We're going to get our stuff done. If you've been feeling like you can't get anything done in life and everything's being thrown at you sideways, it'll clear up a bit right now.
And use this time with this moon to plant some seeds for expanding some idea that feeds your spirit. Keep it very broad, keep it very loose. Just look at yourself from above, right? For a couple minutes each day. Just think about what you're doing on this planet. But think of yourself from above, from outside of your body.
Right. And we're in Pisces right now. This is a Pisces new moon. This is new energy about Pisces. Pisces is spirituality. This is something so specific to everybody,
It's
individual.
the last sign of the zodiac. So it's the very last. So it's the world between worlds. It's the earth, but it's also heaven and underwater.
And it's your personal heaven, your personal... I can't explain that word, spirituality. Whatever that means to you personally, that's what this is. It's very kind of odd to talk to out there to everyone about your individual notions of what spirituality is. In the bigger context, we're not going to be talking to priests anymore. We're not asking for permission.
You don't need a middleman.
No, we don't need middlemen anymore.
You don't.
It's over. We're done with that concept. This is about us and our personal connection to...
Pisces is represented by the moon card. And the moon guides us in our spirituality and our spiritual practice, because we're always looking at what isn't serving us and removing that, right? And hopefully becoming stronger. The path is set between these two towers, which represent binary thinking, right? It's either this or it's that. And we can't quite see what's happening because it's under moonlight, and you can't get the full picture with moonlight.
If you're trying to walk in moonlight, in nature, you trip and you stumble.
And there's a dog, and you don't know if the dog is a friend, if it's domesticated, or if it's a wolf.
Right. There's
false friends and enemies.
Mystery, and things are a little dangerous. The crustacean right here, he's crawling out of the water and weakening himself and deteriorating his energy level.
And as he retreats, it's a message to not retreat too much, not to escape too much, because Pisces is about also escapism, right? Escapism.
Addiction, toxicity, pollutants,
drugs and pills and sex and all of that fun stuff.
All the fun
And if
stuff.
you're feeling impelled to do that, if things are so uncomfortable, I just urge you to sit with the feeling and surf the edges of that feeling.
Right.
To see what kind of information comes up. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying sit with it for a little while before you do it, just to see what happens.
Right. I think there's going to be a bit of an urge to goon out on this energy if you're kind of got that party aspect to you, but to kind of relax into it, and kind of realize what's happening. Because I'm going to give you a little warning, we got a eclipse happening in 2 weeks after this lunation, which is going to be in Virgo, which is all about our microbiome, the details of Earth.
It's Earth energy, but it's a service, right?
It's service to everybody. So just don't overdo it on this moon as we get this burst of energy
Mars
from Mars.
going direct will bring a lot of clarity. There's been a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
Like we're swimming backwards and floundering. Mars will trine Saturn. Mars will trine Saturn and the moon and the sun for this lunation. And that's going to bring in a lot of sobering information, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this moment is about the path of our soul's growth. You like that?
I like that. And you're personally responsible for your own soul's growth.
So it's about finding empathy and sympathy and swimming in sensitive waters.
Yeah.
Filtering, cleaning up, tightening up, right? That's Virgo. Cleaning it up, organizing.
Organizing the pollutions, the toxicity in our life, cleaning them out. We've got a responsibility to do this for ourselves.
Keep our side of the street clean.
Yeah.
Think about apologies. Mend fences. You heal yourself through healing others.
Right. Now we're also got this Aquarian energy. We've got Pluto and Aquarius. So there's an element of like, what can I do for the community? What can I do for everybody else?
Pluto is in a desperate angle to Mars. Pluto is Queen di Chile.
Queen de Chile.
If I could just become Italian for a second. Queen di Chile, which is a 165-degree angle to Mars. And this is unrelenting motivation and frustration, obsession, upheaval, disruption, surrender also, and separation, right? But it's about developmental tension. Things are developing. And we don't know where it's going, and we're getting a little jumpy. It's about relaxing and trusting and finding your seed of faith. Right?
Exactly.
Faith, spirituality.
Surrender.
Yeah, and we can't say what that spirituality is. It's personal. So you have to craft your own spell for this moon.
Seriously.
But do it. But do it seriously.
No, seriously.
Because
like
this is such a powerful moment.
Right.
We have this pile up, right? Happening for this moon.
A huge pile up in Pisces.
Yeah.
There's 6, right?
Well,
it's 6 with the North Node.
6 planets are in water.
Right, 6 planets are in water.
We have the sun and the moon, 10 degrees Pisces. We have Saturn at 20 degrees, Mercury 26 degrees, the North Node, which is our destiny point, 27 degrees. And then we have Neptune at 28 degrees.
Right.
So it's very much about the path of our soul on this planet in the here and now. And what we're doing today is nothing like we've done before. So just know that it's brand new and relax.
Relax. We're going to help you relax. We're going to help everybody relax. We're going to give a little bit of clarity to everyone as we're kind of like talking like these big things. We're going to go through this moon and we are going to give each body a single tarot card as an advice. Because it's like, Mike, how do you talk about being spiritual when it revolves around like your day-to-day job? Or like your career.
What does that even mean, spirituality? Can you do that on lunch?
Can you do that on lunch? Can I do that? Like, how do you talk about money in a spiritual capacity? Is that even possible? You bet it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Because it's spiritual, so no one's going to hold us account. But ask yourself these questions, like what would get a bitter atheist to start praying right now? And prayer, think of the word hope instead.
Right.
Hopes and prayers, hopes and prayers. What are we hoping for, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we trying to seed?
What are we trying to see? What are we hoping for? What are we doing in the physical plane that helps other people? Even if it's just simple, like waving hello, smiling at somebody you don't know, picking up some trash on the side of the road.
That's a huge thing because it's about filtering.
Right.
Filtering, cleaning. Don't stand around cursing the trash.
Yeah.
Pick it up. It feels great. It really does feel great.
Mm-hmm.
Commune with animals. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Animals are so much wiser than
than humans are.
they are. They don't destroy their environment the way humans do. So they maybe,
Yeah. Talk to the fairies, listen to the mermaids. It's all this off-world wonderful stuff that's personal to you.
Yeah, it's about greater divinity and galactic parentage, right?
Yeah.
And to really keep a dream journal through this time, it's such a pileup in Pisces, right?
Yeah. If you're having crazy dreams, absolutely take note of what's happening in your subconscious, because this is subconscious, superconscious energy.
Yeah. Spiritual discipline. Okay, so we'll go through each sign and what house this moon falls in for each sign. All right. The answers lie here. Let's start with Pisces.
I was going to ask you if we should start with Pisces, Mike.
Oh, you heard me.
I did. I heard you.
So for Pisces and Pisces rising, this energy, is your first house.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Ace of Wands. Wands are super versatile. I talk about this a lot. You can use them as a walking stick. You can knock someone on the head with them. You can carve it into a whistle.
You could use it as rolling pin.
Totally.
Right.
So here we go. Versatile, primary, fiery action. Wands are fire. They're passions.
But
Mars
they have
is
so much potential for growth. Look at all these sprouts, right? Seed something new for your spirituality, right?
And be a little public about it. Let people see.
Yeah, you could do that, Pisces.
Sure can.
Yeah, no apologies. All right, this is your moment, and this is the new moon of the year for you.
For you.
Aries and Aries rising.
Hey.
Okay, and this energy falls in your 12th house, so it's about off-world messages, right? Off-world messages.
Literally off-world messages.
Yeah.
All right, so in the corners of this card, we have the fixed signs.
It's voices of the past. It's paranormal activity. Ghosts, spirits, grandma.
Exactly.
Right.
The limits of our concepts of what is possible. The world card is about limitations. This is Saturn right here, which is in Pisces. And it's the limits of our concepts of what's possible and really stretching ourselves.
Mars is trining Saturn. It's giving you that oomph, right? That's your planet, Mars. It's giving you that push to really build some structure, right? For Taurus and Taurus rising, this is happening in your 11th house. Great cards.
Wow, these are really good.
11th house, and it's about networks and friendships.
Being emotionally calm.
Being emotionally present. Just emotionally present. You don't have to do anything. He's not making a big scene.
No.
He's just being present and listening.
And he's mysteriously floating on this stone slab in the middle of the lagoon because I like that, Mike, emotionally present. He's emotionally present in his relationships and in his networks.
Okay, for Gemini and Gemini rising,
oh my gosh,
geez, this energy is happening in your 10th house, right? And this is about your career, right? Your public persona.
Now, how can we talk about spirituality and Pisces stuff when we're talking about career? You can be clear in your thought.
It's about your life's work. It's not so much about your job and
Right.
your paycheck, but about what you're doing with your life.
The King of Swords here, he is on a throne that has butterflies carved on it. The throne goes all the way up to heaven. He's wearing soft robes. He doesn't need to fight. He's not a warrior because he has the sword of truth on his hands. He's not being dualistic or obfuscating anything.
The truth doesn't change.
No.
People think that everyone has their own ideas and expression, and that's free speech. Well, yes, but there is one truth.
There's integrity.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got integrity happening here. If you can be fully formed in your integrity as you work in the world with other people, that's a spirituality. When somebody is working with someone else who has integrity, you trust them, because they're being true and honest with you, and that means a lot.
That's worth its weight in gold.
Yes. That's worth its weight in gold.
Cancer and Cancer rising. This energy is happening in your 9th house.
Hey, Cancer, you got a lot of hope here.
Yeah.
This is
about hope, dreams, faith.
Yeah.
Right. Higher learning too.
This is the card of Aquarius.
Yeah.
So we have this figure who is replenishing the waters of creation. Aquarius is an air energy. It's not a water energy, but it's kind of in between. And so this is about hope. And
hope, faith, higher learning.
This is an incredible card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For Leo and Leo rising, this energy is hitting your 8th house.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, this is a message about working with others. 8th house, other people's money, transformation, maybe retreat and germination, and then a rebirth, right?
Yeah, the hermit, he is, hermits, they work in isolation. The hermit is the card of Virgo. So this is about the details on the terrestrial plane, about going inward and finding our own sense of joy in the creation of going inward.
But finding balance within ourselves without anyone else rocking us, influencing us. Now, this is the quiet before the rebirth.
Right. This is also, we're in Pisces, so it's like super woo-woo.
It's Pisces Virgo.
Pisces Virgo. And so this is like, really like settling into yourself, into your soul, and looking for the mysteries of the universe, as big as that is.
And thinking about what happens after this life, beyond this world.
Meditation on what is your joyful effect on the world after you're gone? I
like to play this game that's called With My Dying Breath. This game that's like, if I had just today left, what would I do? Yeah. It's like a fun, press the stopwatch, with my dying breath, I'm going to die today. What's the last thing I'm going to do? What? And that tells you a lot about yourself, Yeah. With my dying breath. All major arcana, too, so far.
Big moon.
Okay, so Virgo rising, this energy is hitting your 7th house. So it's about relationships. And this may mean that you're planting seeds for a new relationship, partnership, friendship.
Yeah. And we're feeling really gung-ho and excited about this.
And it also feels scary too.
It feels a little scary
because you're out of control.
This is fast and furious.
You're just being taken.
Yeah, this knight, he's a Knight of Swords. These are thoughts. These are thoughts in action. This card, sometimes it has to do with revenge and kind of that issue. There's no revenge or real justice in relationships. There's a certain amount of coming together. So be warned about that. But it's a furious, fast energy. We've got Mars going forward. Uranus is going forward. We want to get our relationships figured out.
And Mercury is in there in Pisces, So think about spirituality and relationships. Keep it simple, though, Virgo. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, Virgo. Perhaps there's somebody that you really want to connect with, and it's time to, and if you're a little shy, it's time to break out of your shell and say, hello, I'd like to be your friend. Can we go out and meet for some coffee? It could be as bold as that. Even having a stranger come up to you and be like, hey, you're really interesting.
Thank you.
Can I take you out for coffee? I want to get to know you.
I think you're interesting, too.
I think you're super interesting.
I've had my eye on you for some time.
That type of vulnerability is amazing. To put yourself out on the line and be like, I think you're cool.
Libra rising, this energy is about your sixth house. So it is about the way that you serve, right?
Day-to-day actions. This is like real mundane stuff. And this is like one of those, like, how can we be spiritual about our day-to-day life? How can we talk?
Maybe if you look at, that's the most uncomfortable thing when we focus on our mortality, but it brings us closer. It's like that with my dying breath game. just laugh about it. With my dying breath, what would I do with this last few moments on Earth, right? You really get clarity by playing those dark games.
Right. Okay. So this is not literal death. This is transformation.
This could be death of unhealthy habits.
Maybe death of a routine that isn't serving you anymore.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't eat Little Debbie every day. Like death of some old way that's hurting your gut biome, perhaps.
Yeah. Sixth house.
Or that's harming you at work, perhaps. Maybe there's too much escapism, perhaps. Right?
Yeah, sixth house is complicated because it's day-to-day actions. It's health. It's like major health. It also has to do with enemies and kind of like darkness of the day-to-day actions. So one of the messages of this moon is surrender, which is a really difficult thing to do. And to surrender.
But when you're so confused and you're so wrapped up in the illusion, it feels great to just let it go, to surrender, to turn it off, to put it down, to walk out, to listen to the birds, to look at the trees.
To let the fight end and just stop the fight.
It's
and
not
just let
retreat.
It be. No.
It's gathering your fuel and then putting your fuel somewhere else.
Right. These are spiritual actions, personal spiritual actions.
Yeah, we're the harshest judge of ourselves. No one could do that.
No one could do that worse than we can.
Scorpio rising. This energy is in your fifth house.
Fifth house, that's creation and joy and children.
Okay, 5 cups.
All right.
Fifth house.
Loss and sorrow, regret.
And this is a message to look at your gratitude list and to stop focusing on what could have been, what should have been, what might have been, what was happening last year. Get out of that.
Okay.
You have 2 cups that are standing there. Right?
Scorpio, do you need to apologize to someone? Have you been like beating yourself up unnecessarily because you feel like there's some sort of loss there? You've got 2 cups behind you. If you could just kind of turn around and look at what you have instead of what you don't have, these relationships, these 2 cups, which is about communion, to become one. It's love. It's charity.
Symbiosis.
Right? Symbiosis. You're taking things too hard, and you just trust in yourself and believe in your soul's journey on this planet that it's got a positive effect. You're being too hard on yourself, Scorpio.
This is dark energy.
It's dark days.
And it's confusing.
It's confusing. It's dark days. We love you, Scorpio.
What feeds my spirit?
Right. What feeds my spirit?
What does it for me? And get joyful about it. And don't worry about this card.
Don't worry about this card. But,
get joyful about it, though.
Get joyful about it.
Get a little ridiculous and Pollyanna. Oh, I have 2 cups left. Oh.
Are we being a little dramatic, Scorpio?
Yeah. Well, this is a crazy time.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. No, it's so crazy.
We do too. And how do we look at it? How do we deal with it realistically while processing it and keeping a smile on our face? How do we do that?
I don't know.
Sagittarius rising. This energy is in your 4th house.
Wow. Okay, this is a big one. 4th house. 4th house.
It's about motherhood.
It's about motherhood. This is the female pope. This is the high priestess. This is feminine knowledge that goes way, 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 way back. This is like pre-pottery Neolithic type of energy. We've got secrets of the moon, secrets of emotional energy.
4th house.
4th house is mother. It's how we love ourselves.
It's our nurtured space, our safe space, our hermit shell, our children.
Our home. Our literal home. And our home has secrets to it. The things that we do in our house when our doors are closed are private. and special and need to be honored. There's things that we do in our house that are very little things, like, wiping down the counters. We do it because we love to keep ourselves healthy.
Clean space.
We love a clean space. It's literally about our home and the secrets of our home and the spiritual secrets of our nurturing.
Yes, and it's about how work does not touch that. It's not work. It's home.
You're right.
Capricorn rising. This is in your third house. All right. Okay. Third house. So this is a message about getting out in the community.
Yeah.
Speaking with neighbors. But doing something, be present in your community. Right? And something that feeds your spirit and that may feel out of the ordinary.
These are passions. These are fire. This is wands. These are 8 of wands. This card is viewed as things coming quickly at you, and you need to
not
address each one.
Even if that means not looking at that for a while.
Right.
Not looking at your passions, feeding your spirit, right? Yeah.
Perhaps our passions and the day-to-day life has been so fast and furious, and we're trying to line everything up to accomplish something.
How could you be a good worker when the rug is being pulled out from under you? What does that even mean, Capricorn?
This might be a message to calm our minds and to, kind of take little bites off of this material passion so we can be calm and make the right decisions.
A lot of passions, but feelings are not facts.
No, they're
right?
not.
Feelings are not facts.
No.
Connect with your brethren, your sisters, your neighbors, right?
Your brother-in-laws.
Yeah, just hold some space with them and see what happens. Third house.
Stoop energy, siblings.
Yeah.
Day-to-day talking.
It's the neighborhood, and it's small talk, little bites. Okay. And finally,
hey,
last but not least, Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This energy is in your second house. And this is a new idea, right? Second house energy, that's finances, right?
It's finances.
Luxury. It's the finer things in life.
It's your 5 senses. It's ruled by Taurus. It's the deliciousness. But here we have a new idea. Imagine you're walking along a field in spring, and it's a blustery, cold spring day, and you find a field with a big, heavy sword in it, and you try and lift it up. The weight is a little awkward, and the wind is blowing, and here we have a new idea, which is heavy, and it's awkward.
That's spirituality. Make it real, not fantasy, not abstract, like the scorpion. Make it real, not fantasy.
Right? Make it real, not fantasy. It's a new idea about value, about your personal values, what spirituality means for you as far as values. Now, money, we can just talk kind of simply. Money is an energy. We spend energy, we spend money, we gain energy, we gain money. It needs to be circulated and it needs to be respected. I'm a bit of a communist over here, and I'm kind of distrustful of money.
Uranus is in Taurus.
I know. So, you've got to kind of think of a new idea about money and values and structure and society.
Like Bitcoin?
Yeah, like Bitcoins, or how the world works. We're here on Earth, and we all have money. We all use money, so we have to just kind of work with it. And if we calm ourselves and we accept that this is part of the way humans communicate with each other through commerce, it's beautiful.
If you say so.
Can be.
It can be.
It can be. It can be.
Yeah, just look for inspiration. Avoid the escapist tendencies.
Yeah.
Right? Look at yourself from far outside of your body, compassionately, non-judgmentally. Just like you're an ant crawling around on the ground. Think about that for a while each day.
Now, keep the snake in mind. The snake is shedding its skin. It's doing things quietly. We are in Aquarius energy. We're fighting for the collective future. We need to settle we need to understand what our spirituality is and who we are outside of this vessel
form, right?
this meat sack.
What happens when we age and expire? Where do we go? What do we do? Who are we? Is our heart open at the end of our life, or have we become bitter?
Right.
And like a stone, keep yourself open.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you for spending time with us on this topic. We love all the comments, and we love all the likes and shares, and wonderful.
Love you so much.
We love you so much. If you want a reading with Mike and Everest, we're happy to do that. We do astrology tarot readings, and it's our pleasure. Just reach out.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.